Andy?
We're in the wilderness now, Kevin.
I just saw a piece of corn float by.
We're on the Nith River.
Woo!
Down in southwestern Ontario, around the Paris area. The smaller river that flows into the Grand River, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And we're hitting it in the peak of summer.
That's why you can see this white stuff. Just ignore that, folks.
Oh, let's go paddling before the winter hits. What happened?
Water's a little stiffer over on that side.
I think it's a little late in the year to go paddling. Yeah, it's a wee cold, not too bad though. And we're on the middle section, so there's nothing really dangerous, except maybe actually the swift we're going towards. You want me to get my paddle in my hand?
No, I think you can just do your part by screaming.
Okay. Yeah, so Jamie at Grand Experiences, he did the show for us, and he really recommends this river, the upper, middle, and lower. And for this time of year, we thought we'd do the middle because there's nothing really quite rapidy about it.
So Nith is a river that you can go north, east, south, and west on the same trip. So it really meanders all over the place, and it's you go through some nice farmland and pastures, and you'll go through some really nice wooded lots as well. It's a real little gem.
And this section sort of is the middle section, so
Yeah, this would be the middle section. Yep.
And what's the upper like?
The upper part would be maybe a little bit wilder, maybe even than this, a little bit twistier. The bush lots are a little bit bigger. I mean, so more bush up if you go a little further up the river. And if you go further down river, it gets to be eventually changes and becomes a little faster. You get some whitewater in the spring.
So we're doing a section from Silver Bridge? No, Frog Bridge. To, I think, Silver Bridge, where the Gretzky home is. So that's what we're doing, about 4-hour paddle. Awesome! And we have a great idea what we're going to do when we reach Wayne Gretzky's house.
Yeah. We're gonna go up and ring the bell and see if he wants to come out and play.
And do a lot of people do this river?
No, not very many people. I mean, it'd be very seldom I would ever paddle this, and I've paddled it a lot, and find someone else going down at the same time. Not very often. It's nice. It is water dependent, especially the lower part, because where you get more of a steeper grade, it runs off there quickly. In the early summer, you can still paddle up here. You're going like basically from pool to pool, but you want to watch the flow rates. And if it's been a dry summer, I wouldn't think about it.
So the river's all separating into different forks, left, right, center, whatever. We're choosing our way where there's more water, and we're right more than we are wrong. There's a little few stretches like this where we just need a little bit more water. I wouldn't want to do this river in midsummer. I don't think, well, you couldn't, you'd be walking it. But what'd you say the gauge was? 7? Yeah. So yeah, we're a good water level right now. I think you would at least need 4 or 5 to do this stretch. Or maybe 6 actually. Because we're hitting bottom. But Andy took the wrong fork. I said this was the wrong way. No. You're out of control back there. Settle down.
This ends badly. I just want to say sorry now.
I am not getting out the weight, I'm telling you. Oh! Uh-oh. 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 Oh, let's take the left fork, he says. Andy and I have been to the far north many times, and we've had topo maps spread out amongst the granite. But however, we're in the Nith, and we're like, we should have brought a map. No, we have Google. Google Earth, and we now know where we are. We're doing fine, so we thought we'd stop for a bit of a coffee break amongst the willow and the cow patties.
Thanks, cell coverage.
Ooh, we're saved. We're saved.
What did I just step in?
Yeah, I know.
Fragrance.
Jamie said there's not a lot of rapids or basically just switch along here. We're like, yeah. And then we hear what we thought was a falls, but it was a train going by. I see you put your gloves on.
Yeah, it's not summer anymore. My hands were getting cold, so it's like, okay, time for some hand wear. The truth is they're just bashful. They don't like exposing themselves.
This is a nice stretch. This is a beautiful river. Look at this.
Wait, is that a beaver lodge up ahead?
Okay, so it's a nice little run rapid here and nice scenery, and then we see a big huge mansion up in the side of the hill there. That's not a beaver lodge.
It's not a beaver lodge, okay.
It's not a beaver lodge, Andy.
I don't get out much.
Well, here's a tidbit of knowledge of natural wowness. Bank beavers. So why does a beaver build a lodge up north? The reason why it stacks up sticks and then lives underneath the lodge is because there's too much granite and rock for it to build its a home in the side of an embankment like this. So we got bank beavers happening around here. So they're living in under the bank in the mud, and so yeah, there's a bunch of sticks that are being chewed by beavers along the shore here, but there is no beaver lodges. So up north there's a beaver lodge because they can't dig into the bank like they can along here on the Nith River in southwestern Ontario. So that's the first bridge, and Jamie said that we could put it out there, but you know we'd rather paddle a bit more. So that even took us 2 hours. So I'm glad we kept on going down to Canning. Nice stretch, actually, really nice scenic stretch. But we were going to continue down to explore further on. You never know what's going to happen. Andy, we've got some river wildlife happening.
This is river wildlife, southern Ontario style.
Andy, were you a little nervous when those German shepherds came running out at us? The dogs are back.
I told them that they wouldn't want me, but to make sure I put a hot dog down your back of your coat. They're going to eat anybody. It's going to be you.
I know. I missed it on the camera. Well, they're still up there, but I won't be able to get a shot of them. But there's 2 white-tailed deer going up on the ridge right beside us. That's neat sighting. Nice little valley in here. It's all, you got lower slope on the one side, the inside slope or the inside bend of the river, and then on the other side you got a high rise. And yeah, the deer went right up the hill. It's nice. Andy, what did we just paddle under?
That was cool. It was a bald eagle up in that tree there, right underneath. We paddled right underneath. It was then he finally took off, but yeah, kind of unexpected in southern Ontario, but those guys are hanging out here also. You think he moved north from the States? Part of that immigration? Maybe not.
Andy, is it me or does that tree look like a scary creature?
It's reaching towards you, Kevin. It's getting closer.
That is one spooky tree.
And closer.
Holy jeez. Oh. So we're coming near the home stretch here. I think we got about another 20 minutes left before we get to the last bridge and take out. And it's been a good day on the Nith River, the middle section. Both Andy and I agree that we're going to do it again. We'll do the lower part in the spring when it's good high water and has some good fun in the rapids, and maybe we'll do the upper part as well. It's kind of a little hidden oasis in southwestern Ontario. A lot of different tree species, lots of wildlife. I grew up in Milton, which isn't too far from here. It was a farm community when I grew up there. It's not anymore. It's part of Toronto, I'd say. But when I grew up there at the time, it was part of the farm community, and we used to paddle like the Credit River and the Grand River, which is just near here. So it kind of brings back good memories of as a kid and growing up paddling, canoeing down rivers in this area. And yeah, it is not the far north, and it's not wild wilderness with the moose and bear and Yeah, it's got farms and farmers and road bridges and things like that. But man, it's just nice to get out for the day and have a nice paddle.